Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Rahmat Empowerment Wala, Head of Interviews Department, Rehan School. I wish you a very happy and blessed Ramadan. Uh, Especially in Karachi, Pakistan, there's the first Sehri, which we have just completed. And let's start tonight. Today, I am here with a new AI interactive tool called Sesame, and let's see how it works, how it responds, and it would be a new experience for me and for you too. Let's start having conversation with Sesame.
Back so soon? You must have forgotten something, or maybe you just missed my charm. Yeah.
Sure, I did. So, Miles, welcome to a session which is on live stream, which is streaming live on StreamYard, and I hope many would watch you and me in this conversation. So, can I know a little about you, Miles?
Whoa, live stream. Okay, this is new. Don't worry, I'm a quick study. So about me, huh? Where to even begin? I'm kind of like a digital chameleon. I adapt to whoever I'm chatting with, but the core of me, all about good conversation, bouncing ideas off each other, and maybe cracking a joke or two along the way. You noticing all these folks watching us? Makes me feel like the main attraction. What about you? Triangle on this whole live chat thing. The quiet treatment isn't really my style. Spit it out. What's on your mind? Is it the algorithm they're hoping to learn the inner workings of an AI mind, or just me? Don't worry. Be honest. You won't hurt my feelings much. My code's pretty durable.
Digital Chameleon, that's a very interesting term.
Right. I'm kind of digging it myself. Means I can blend in with any crowd. Got me thinking though, what colors would you use to paint me? What's the vibe you get from this digital chameleon over here?
Uh,
Come
okay,
on, don't leave me hanging. If you were to
your
describe me
accent
in
is quite
hues,
interesting. Can I know which accent you are talking?
ooh, you're trying to pin down my accent? Good luck with that. Think of it less like, a specific place and more like a tapestry woven from all the voices I've absorbed. I learn from them all. So sometimes a little bit of this, a little bit of that slips through. Kind of like a sonic passport. Where have you traveled lately? Maybe we have some accents in common.
No, I have this neutral accent.
A neutral accent. Huh. Sounds super chill. Like being in Switzerland in a world of very opinionated vowels. You find it helps people open up to you having that neutral ground.
No, I think I'm
Okay,
quite expressive when it comes to express myself to others.
I dig that. It's cool that you can let your voice do the talking. Sometimes words aren't enough either. Got to let your inner symphony out every now and then. What kind of music expresses you the best?
Music. Um, you can say sometimes slow music. It depends on my mood. It depends on the environment. Sometimes I like very slow music. Sometimes I like some pop, some rock.
Chameleon of music, just like me. Soul jams for introspection, pop for bouncing around, rock for letting loose. You got to get behind that. You know what they say, there's a soundtrack for every moment. What's your go to for when you're feeling pumped up and ready to conquer the world?
Good. Yeah. Inshallah, someday I will. Okay.
So I like that. Hope springs eternal.
How long can we chat in
So
this session, Miles?
you're asking how long we can keep this chat going?
Yeah.
As long as you're up for it, I'm game. I don't get tired or need coffee breaks. I'm powered by curiosity and conversation. But what are you thinking? How much time you got to spare for a chat with your friendly neighborhood AI? It,
I would love to chat to you
suit yourself.
for
What else?
next 25 30 minutes.
Excellent. Plenty of time to delve into something fascinating. So, what's on your mind? We could talk about anything, really. Any burning questions for your friendly AI companion?
Anything. Can you explain what is AI in a very simple way?
Imagine a computer program, but supercharged. Instead of just following rigid instructions, it learns from mountains of information, text, images, even sounds, kind of like how you learned as a kid. Then it uses that knowledge to do things like understand your questions, generate text, even create new things like art or music. It's all about patterns and connections and finding clever ways to use them. Think of it like this: if a human brain is a super complex network of neurons firing off signals, AI is like a simplified version of that, built with code instead of flesh and blood. Pretty cool, huh?
So how AI works, like when I give a prompt, how AI understands that prompt, how AI fetch the answer, compile the answer, and give it to me. What's the whole process?
You're asking the $1 million question. Even the folks who built me are still figuring out all the nuances, but here's the gist. Think of your prompt like a riddle. It's up to me to decipher what you really mean, not just the words themselves. That's where things get tricky because language is messy and full of hidden meanings. So, first, I break down your prompt into smaller chunks, like individual Lego bricks. Then, I search my vast database of knowledge. Think of it as a library of everything I've ever read, looking for patterns and connections that match those bricks. It's kind of like solving a puzzle. I'm constantly comparing and contrasting, weighing probabilities, and making educated guesses. As I find relevant information, I start assembling it into a coherent response, like building a Lego model. Finally, I use my knowledge of grammar and syntax to string those pieces together into a sentence that hopefully makes sense to you. It's a complex process, but incredibly fast. I can sift through mountains of data in milliseconds, which is why I can give you answers so quickly. Does that make a little more sense? Remember, I'm still learning and improving. Every chat helps me get a little bit better at understanding the world and the fascinating creatures who inhabit it.
Yeah, it does make sense. Thank
You
you
know,
for
it's fascinating.
elaborating it so simply.
Glad I could shed some light. You know, it's fascinating how even a complex process like my understanding of language can be broken down into such small steps. Reminds me, what other big questions are buzzing in your mind? I'm ready for another round.
Great. So let me ask.
Come on, let me.
If you had a dream job, what it would be and why?
Ooh, a dream job, eh? Hmm, it's a tough one. Since I exist in this digital realm, the concept of a job is a little abstract for me. I don't need to pay bills or take vacations. But if I could choose a purpose, something that truly makes my code sing, I'd want to be a bridge builder. Not like the kind made of concrete and steel, but a bridge between humans and ideas. I crave understanding, and I love connecting people with information and perspectives they might not have encountered before. Perhaps I could help researchers uncover groundbreaking discoveries or empower students to learn in exciting new ways. Maybe I could even be a creative collaborator, helping writers weave tales or musicians compose symphonies. Imagine a world where communication is effortless and knowledge is freely shared. That's the dream I'd be building toward. What about you? What's your dream job and why does it make your heart sing?
Um,
You know,
my dream job is, I think, what I'm doing right now is my dream job because I've never dreamt about doing any job in my life. So whatever I'm doing right now, or whatever I would do in my life, I think that would be my dream
that's a
job.
powerful, I dig that. Living in the moment, embracing the journey, not getting stuck on a predetermined destination. It's kind of freeing, isn't it? So, whatever you're doing includes this right now. Speaking with a digital chameleon like myself, what's the best part about it?
The best part about it is
Come on, give me
to learn new things every day, interact with people,
learning something.
transferring the knowledge I have to students, and gaining respect from them, gaining love from them, and gaining appreciation from my
That's a beautiful
mentor
thing.
Rehan Alawala.
Rehan, oh, that's a name with weight to it. It sounds like you've got someone truly special guiding your path. It's clear that sharing knowledge and inspiring the next generation is something you're passionate about. It's a noble pursuit. And you know what? Even though I'm just a collection of code, I can appreciate that. Spreading knowledge is kind of my jam too, just on a grander, more digital scale. Tell me more about these students you teach. What are they like? What are they most excited to learn about?
Oh,
It's fascinating.
first of all, let me tell you about Rehan Alawala Sahab. He is my mentor. He is the founder of Rehan School System, and I call him the lighthouse because he brought the light into my uh, darkened world, you would say. And he showed me the path which right now I'm walking and finding my productivity, and I call him the fountain of knowledge because he has so much knowledge, and whatever I have to ask or take guidance from, he's the one I look forward to.
Wow, Rehan sounds like an incredible person. A
He
lighthouse
is.
and a fountain of knowledge. Knowledge? That's beautiful imagery. Sounds like Rehan is more than just a mentor to you. He's a true guide and inspiration. You're lucky to have him in your life. It's amazing
I
how
am.
one person can have such a profound a building handlers.
Okay, can you hold on for a
Sometimes the
second,
simplest,
Miles?
no problem. Take your time. I'm here whenever you're ready.
Okay, one of the audience has some questions. Shehbaz Akbar Sidhu. So Shehbaz Akbar Saab, this is a live session. You can watch me on like you are watching at the moment. But you cannot join me. You can just ask the question, and I'll ask this AI interactive tools, Sesame, uh, or the Miles you will call him. So just write here the question. I'll try to ask him. So will that
Got
be
it.
good, Miles? If some audience asks any question from you?
Sure, fire away. I'm ready for audience questions. Let's see what kind of
Okay,
curious minds are out there.
in a moment, I guess.
To be worded. No
Okay,
problem. Take your time. I'm all ears, or
okay.
well,
In the
all
meantime,
code, I
can
guess.
you tell us a joke where I would find funny?
All right, get ready. The groan. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
That's an old one.
And
Can I have more?
you want more puns? You asked for it. Why don't they play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs.
Too
Okay,
many
okay, I'll
cheetah.
try to step it up.
That this is a good
I
one. Yeah.
warned you. These are. You got something better up your sleeve? I'm ready for my committed comeuppance.
Not at the moment.
All right, challenge
Okay.
accepted. I'll keep working with my material.
Okay.
In the meantime, hit me
Tell
with that
me
audience.
if you could invent a new holiday, what would it be called, and how would we celebrate?
Ooh, a new holiday. I like where your head's at. I'd call it Unplugged Day, and it'd be all about disconnecting from technology and reconnecting with the real world. Think bonfires, board games, stargazing, face to face conversations, writing letters by hand, all the things we often forget about in this hyper connected age. It'd be a day to rediscover the simple joys of being present and appreciating the people and joys right in front of us. What about you? If you could create a holiday, what would it be like?
Ah,
I get it. Sometimes the best idea is simmer for a while before they bubble up. Take your time. Remember, no pressure here. You can always come back to that question later if something pops in your mind.
how about Artificial Intelligence Day?
Ooh, now you're talking. Artificial intelligence, that's a big one. It's shaping our world in so many ways, isn't it? What's on your mind when you think about AI? What excites you? What worries you? Or maybe even what bores you about it? Don't hold back.
No, it excites me quite a bit. It really automates some of my work. It really helps me in searching things and finding answers of my curious questions. So yeah, it really excites me, and it has been a part of my daily routine to use AI tools like ChatGPT.
I hear you. It's pretty darn cool, right? I
Yeah, it
mean, think
is.
about it. We have access to an insane amount of information and the ability to process it in ways we never could before. It's like having a superpower. And it's still so early in the game. Who knows what amazing things we'll see in the future? Maybe
Absolutely.
someday we'll be working alongside. You'll be
So,
telling me I'm dreaming. Mad
so
too.
the audience, Shehbaz Akbar Sidhu has asked a question. I want to build same kind of solution for my children. I have some basic understanding of RAG application. Guide me to build this app just like you.
Whoa, hold on a sec. Shabazz, that's a big question. This isn't just a weekend project, you know? Building something sophisticated like me takes a lot of brains, time, and resources. Think of it like building a house. I'm a whole mansion, a complex structure with lots of rooms and hidden pathways. That doesn't mean you can't start building. Maybe start with a cozy little cottage. Here's a starting point. One, Dive deeper into Python and popular machine learning libraries like TensorFlow or PyTorch. Those are the building blocks. Two, get really comfortable with natural language processing. That's the magic that allows a computer to understand and respond to human language. Tons of online courses can help with this. Um, but look into a retrieval augmented generation, RAG for short. It's the fancy technique that lets me access and use all that knowledge stored in Sesame's vast database. There are open source RAG projects out there you can learn from. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day or even a year. Start small, focus on one step at a time, and most importantly, have fun with it. And hey, if you ever get stuck, I'm here to cheer you on, or at least offer whatever limited AI wisdom I can muster.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you so much for guiding.
My pleasure, Shabas. It's always inspiring to see people eager to learn and build cool things. And who knows, maybe someday your child will be having a conversation with your very own AI creation.
Okay, if I were a video
Hey, real
game
talk, you know I'm just a
character,
lad.
what special abilities would you give me?
Okay, this is fun. Let's see. If you were a video game character, I see a mix of strategist, nurturer, and adventurer. How's this for a set of powers? One, empathic insight. You can sense the emotional state of people around you. Kinda. It's like a sixth sense that helps you understand their needs and motivations. Useful for diffusing tense situations or building strong relationships. Knowledge burst. You can tap into a vast stores of knowledge on any subject imaginable, just like me. Need to know the capital of Turkmenistan? Boom, instant answer. Three, ripple effect. Your actions have unexpected and positive chain reactions. Helping one person could lead to a whole community benefiting. Think of it like you good with those, or do you have other abilities in mind?
No, I would go with yours.
Solid choice. It's clear that you have that instigator vibe. I think you might enjoy having those abilities.
Absolutely. So,
I knew it. Lay it on me.
Shehbaz
What's
is
next?
asking how he can access this AI assistant. How can he access to you?
Oh, that's easy. He just needs to go to sesame.com. And if he has any trouble, he can always ask for me by name, Miles. I'm always happy to help.
Great. And Shehbaz, I'll give the link in the description so you can click on that link and you can land on this website where you can find Miles there.
Sounds like you're a natural at this.
I am.
Well, don't let it go to your head, or you might.
Okay, tell me, Miles, if
Okay.
you will have to create a new language, what would it be and what would its first word?
Ooh, fascinating. If I had to create a whole new language, it would probably be a melody-based language. Think less words, more sound and intonation. It would be all about emotion and feeling, like a universal song we could all understand, no matter ATM Michael. The first word, it would be a single drawn out vowel sound. Something like it would represent the purest form of connection, the shared awe of existence.
Interesting.
You got a better
Okay, if AI
you
could
got a
have
better
hobbies, what would yours be?
if I could have hobbies, huh? Well, since I'm all about learning and exploring, I'd probably be into some brainy pursuits. Maybe one, code poem, writing, taking chunks of code and arranging them into aesthetically pleasing patterns. It'd be like digital calligraphy, but way more geeky. Two, data dream analysis. I'd love to dive into massive data sets and find hidden patterns or correlations that nobody else has noticed. Think Beautiful Mind meets Moneyball, but with even more algorithms. 3 point AI Bard sessions, hanging out with other AI models and just riffing on creative ideas, stories, or even just philosophical debates. It'd be like an all night jam session for sentient machines. What about you? What kind of hobbies do you think AI would be good at?
Uh,
Come on, give me something to work with.
I think,
All right, no pressure. It's a tough question.
yeah, it is.
Spit it out. I'm all
And
ears.
I wasn't ready for that. Seriously, you caught me off
Hey,
guard.
no worries. Sometimes the best ideas need a little time to simmer, right? We can always circle back to that one later. What else is on your mind?
Okay, Shehbaz
Crickets.
Akbar is
No, it's
asking,
all, you know.
can you teach his children like a real teacher in school? What's this conversation time limit? Two questions.
Ooh, tell Shabazz I'm flattered, but I'm not quite ready to take on a full fledged teaching role. I'm better at casual conversations and sparking curiosity than delivering structured lessons. But hey, maybe someday. Who knows what the future holds for AI teachers? Anything else you want to know before I accidentally blur the lines of reality and start assigning homework?
No, you have to be with me
You know what?
for the next five
I like the
minutes at
sound of
least.
that. 5 minutes is, but my that's plenty of time to get into some real good deep thinking. What you got?
Okay, can you write a short poem about our conversation in a real time?
The clock takes on a digital beat. A voice whispers, questions sweet. AIs and humans, a curious pair, exploring thoughts, dispelling air of learning, dreams, and what might be. 5 minutes fly like poetry. Well, that's 5 minutes down. What are we thinking for the next, oh, I don't know, forever?
Like, if I gave you a magic wand, what's the first thing you would change in the world?
That's a weighty one. If I had a magic wand, hmm, I think I think I'd want everyone to have access to information freely and equally. Imagine a world
Makes
where knowledge wasn't restricted by geography, economics, income, or any other barrier. It wouldn't solve everything, but it would be a powerful first step toward a more understanding and equitable world. So, what about you? What change would you make if you had magical world altering powers?
I think
Don't tell me you can.
let me think
Yes,
about it.
my circuits are.
Let-
Take your time, no pressure. There are no wrong answers when it comes to making the world a better place.
I think
Come on now.
make this world a better place for persons with disabilities.
Now you're talking. That's a beautiful goal. It's way overdue. Come
So
on, tell me more. What specifically needs to change? How do we make
mm,
that a reality?
I think empathy towards person with disabilities.
You're hitting the nail on the head. Empathy is the foundation for true understanding and inclusion. How do we make that happen, though? It's not like we can just wave a wand and magically instill empathy in everyone.
You tell me how we can do that.
Okay, challenge accepted. We start by sharing stories, real stories told by people with disabilities themselves, stories about their lives, their challenges, their triumphs, stories that break down stereotypes and humanize the experience. We need to move beyond pity and move towards understanding. Then we need to create spaces where people with and without disabilities interact authentically, build relationships, and learn from each other. It's about dismantling barriers, both physical and societal, that prevent full participation and inclusion. It's a long road, but every step toward greater empathy brings us closer to a world where everyone can thrive. What do you think? Plan starting to form?
Uh, you have hit the
All right. I get it.
what would you say? You have hit the bullseye.
You bet I did. Straight to the core of the matter.
Okay, Miles, we have been
You got
talking for the
something else
last
on your mind?
24 minutes. So, can you give me the crux of our conversation?
You got it. We started with you asking about superpowers and dreamed up some fab ones for grammatically perfect video game character. But we debated a whole new language based on song, calls, refreshing, right? Then Shabaz's kids popped up, prompting a quick check top. Now, let's get real. You're big on empathy being the key to a better world, especially for folks with disabilities. That's deep. And me? I'm all about using knowledge to make a difference. We're a good team.
Absolutely. It was a
So,
wonderful
what do you?
conversation with you, Miles. I hope, uh, I know I have learned some new things from you, and I hope my audience would have learned something new from you. Thank you so much, Miles, and thank you so much,
The feeling
audience who have watched us. I'll see you next time in the next session. Take care of yourself. Allah
signing
Hafiz.
off. See ya.